Before getting into the topic, I'm having a lot of questions in my mind. I hope you all know the answer for that questions. I think love all. Let's start the tennis. Um, can anyone let me know whether love comes under behavior or emotion or cognition? Anyone?
Love is crazy to come under everything.
Love is all.
I too feel the same, sir. It is the emotion, and it controls our cognition also, and it controls our behavior also.
Okay. For example, can you label me introvert or extrovert? Can you say that I'm introvert and extrovert? What will you say?
Both regularly, sir.
Ambivert.
Ambivert is in middle. There is an option is there. Okay. But when it comes to love, we cannot put that thing as a cognizant. We cannot put that thing in a behavior jar.
That's right.
How we can claim that ourselves as an administration combat? For example, if you call me label me as an introvert, it doesn't mean that I'm not having any extrovert qualities. I'm having both introvert as well as extrovert qualities. But when it comes to love, whether we can put it in which jar, cognition, emotion, or behavior component. Yes, I too agree with you all. It hasn't all the components, but majority, the dominance, we can go in the heart. That's why we can say that when someone say that love is in heart, when you open the heart and when can you trace that where it is, you cannot find anywhere else. It is in our mind, in our brain only. When we look at that, the love and the neurotransmitter are the main, the source for our love. If the neurotransmitters are not secreted properly, you cannot say that I'm in a love. When you see someone, you have the butterfly in your stomach. It is nothing but butterfly in your stomach. It is a neurotransmitter in your brain. So when we look at that organ responsible for brain, purely on brain, not a heart. We have to accept first thing. This is a myth we are having. Every one of us, we are having heart is on love, but actually brain is on love. The second one is whether it comes under behavior, emotion, or cognition. It has all the components, but dominated by emotional components, the feelings. And that's why there are many people who made an attempt to study about love. There are a lot of researchers who have focused on that love from that sexual perspective. Okay. And how intense is love and why we need to love and what is the important thing we will get it from that love. So these were the things they have done. Yeah, that's true. But our brain has a super capacity. We can do more love. We cannot transplant heart, but we can do with that same brain. We can do more love. And I can give some of the examples. When it comes to love, generally what comes in our mind, love means a male and female. So that is the point that will come. Actually, it is not so. It is a global perspective. And in the global perspective, it is a part and parcel. Just a small component. And when we look at that, the motherly love, fatherly love, sister's love, brother's love. So these things are also comes under love, but we never label as love. We never label it. And even when someone says that the person is loving, oh, who is your lover? Who is your wife and who is your girlfriend? That is the question that immediately comes now. We were focused, it is only because of the media. So when you look at that, the number of films, feature films released in a particular year, nearly 60% and above. Please underline, more than 60% of movies are love-related movies. And in that love, they are focusing on romantic love. The love itself, there are many parts are there, many components are there. But in the movie, what they are portraying, it is on romantic love. That's why we also prejudice and we are not having clarity about what is. And even motherly love, friendship is another component. There are many people who try to uncover the term love. I can say that not a single person, not a single theory. When I'm reviewing, I have done same topic earlier for different component, but not in the positive emotion aspect. And there I found only two, three people who are classified love. But when I'm collecting these information from emotional perspective, what I found that it is very interesting for me also. I can say that I would like to thank Sunanda ma'am for giving that one of the uh, great opportunity to uncover that other components in that love. When I'm doing the review, I found a lot of information. I do share with you for another 20 minutes. Again, it is a disclaimer I will to make. I given due acknowledgement to all the materials I have collected for my presentation. If you come to know that if I miss out something, you can kindly bring it to my notice. Definitely, I will include in the coming presentation. And also, if you found some of the concepts in my presentation, if you disagree and if you found that better information for that particular information, please bring it to my knowledge. I'm also learn from you. I will update. So with that note, I can get into my presentation. And can anyone let me know who is C? Definitely, she's not my mother. Who is C? Can anyone write that? You can see the picture in the can you guess?
Sahaj, please mute yourself. You
Who
have
is
any?
it? Helen Fisher. Okay, I got an one answer, but I'm Lucy A. Okay, another fantastic guess, but that's not an answer. You can try nothing wrong. Miss Ross, can you mute your audio if you don't mind?
Sahaj, mute yourself.
Yeah. Sir,
Aman, please you can mute Sahaj.
yes, Sunila, you can mute that audio, please.
निधि इसके बिना तो कैसे होते हैं
It's very clear. Can you mute your audio?
Sorry for the disturbance, sir. Actually, Sunanda ma'am,
इसका कोई डिस्प्यूट भी नहीं है ये
Sahaj,
एक्चुअली अपने
are
भाई से
you able
डिस्प्यूट
to
हुआ
hear
है
us? Sir, you can continue. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay. I think you made an yeah, hunch or guess about that person, but I will let you know who is she. She is the founder therapist of positive emotions. Positive psychology, when you call me who is the father of positive psychology, we all know that Martin Seligman, and there are many other people also contributed a lot. But she is the one I can say that the mother, founding mother of positive emotions, Barbara Fredrickson. And she has done nearly 3 decades of research on positive emotions. And her contributions are very immense in positive psychology field. Nowadays, most of the industries and organizations they are looking for a well trainer who can take care of the emotions of their employees, the emotional well-being of employees. And I can say that if a person who is not having understanding about her theory and her contribution, and the person who claims they are trainer in emotional component, I think they are not doing anything justification for that particular topic. And without her theory, I think we will not do justification for that training on emotional components. So what she found in her research, she found that there are 10 core positive emotions. 10 core positive emotions. I given here all the 10 core positive emotions: the joy, love, gratitude, awe, serenity, amusement, inspiration, interest, hope, and sense of pride. So these are the 10 core positive emotions. And one of the positive emotions is on love. It's not a uh, single emotion we have to experience most of the time. When we ask about, can you name an emotion, they will say that happiness and joy. But no one will say that love is an emotion, but love is an emotion. It is very important emotions we need to cultivate within us. I'm going to let you know what are the way we can cultivate. When you look at this picture, why we need to have one positive emotion? So that is the answer she found in her research. For example, we all experience positive as well as negative emotions in our life. Negative emotions are the one, it's like a magnet that will attract the negative thing in our life. Positive emotion, on the other hand, it will attract all the positive things in our life. So see, given the theory called broad and build theory. What is broad and build theory? Broadening. When you have one positive emotion, it will broaden your relationship, it will broaden your new thoughts, your creativity and activity, and it gives a lot of resources for your creativity, and it will help you to open to learn different knowledge and skills, and finally will have a healthy survival skills, and you feel that fulfilled. What is the well-being? There is a question is called, we all know that illness and wellness. When you ask the definition for the well-being, well-being is nothing but healthier plus you feel fulfilled about your life. I feel comfortable. I feel happy in my life. That is a well-being. So well-being you can attain only if you have more and more positive emotions in a particular day. She never said that we should not have negative emotions. Yes, we can have both positive and negative emotions. And majority in the beginning itself, as I said, which trait is dominant, that is undetermined. Okay, if I have more positive emotion, that day, whole day will be more positive. And this is about, and I'll add a few more quotes about understanding about the term love. And finally, I will let you know the classification of love, and you can practice some of the strategy. I cannot say that these are the only strategy. One is about we have to understand that it is not about getting from somebody else. Love is something you have to give, not expecting to get it from others. If we expect something from others, and that never fall under the category of love. So it is an amazing quote. We have to understand that. That's why we can say the altruism is also a love. Altruism. Without any expectations, you can do that. So we'll do generally motherly love is, and that's why we can say altruistic love. We never ever expect anything from that what she give to the objects. And sometimes it is very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. You can ask it in the beginning itself, as I said, it's not a single component, it is a mixture of all the components, but dominated by emotions. And we can able to see the love in the behavior. When you do something, someone is coming and asking, you help them. And when you look at the beliefs, and it will help us to have the feeling of affection, the feeling of protectiveness, the feeling of warmth. And if you have a respect for the other person, and that we can say is love. And sometimes you can see what it one point of time it will break. Same thing also happen in our love also. When you are not feeling affectionate, when you are not feel protectiveness, when you are not feel warm, when you are not get respect, and this love level will come down. That love level will come down. And it is our duty to make an attempt to increase that love. And when we, as we said, there is no single definition for the term. There are many perspectives are there to define or uncover the term love. So one of the perspectives, for example, what is love? A person must willingness. The person must have a willingness for what? The happiness and well-being of the other one. If there are options, happiness and well-being for you and others. You have it for that, it is unselfish love, self-love. And when you have it for others, we can say it's unlove. That is a general understanding about the term. And you feel that extreme attachment to the person. You feel that this is mine. I will never do it to anybody else. And affection, and you feel that you will fulfill your needs from that person, from that thing. You can say that it is unlove. Sometimes it may be more dramatic. That's why we can see most of the movies we can see. The feeling of attracted to the particular person, it may be from their behavior, from their action, from their care and respect. And we can see there are a lot of commitments also there in the love. When the commitment is there, they try to help the other person, they respect the other person, and they caring for other person. And when you have combination of these mixtures, are also called as an love. And these were the definitions given by various researchers from their perspective. I just consolidated for your understanding. And we move on to the next slide where you can get it about what is the benefit out of practicing love on our mental health. There are a number of researchers who made an attempt to find the relationship between the love and mental health. Most of the researchers, they agree. They agree that yes, when you are practicing love, it has a huge impact on your physical as well as psychological well-being. Not a single study. Number of studies they said that yes, when you practice love, your psychological well-being will be good. Just imagine that your love level comes down, your psychological well-being also comes down. And it is very important. We can say it is a battery charger. When your mobile phone is drained, what we will do, we will put it in a charger. No? Same thing. When you want to get back your psychological well-being or emotional well-being, and you can do the charger, replace the battery by using the love. And here you can find, yes, there is a connection is there between love and mental health. See, how we can know that the person is more loving. The study, one of the study which was done with the children, and the parents or the child given a chance to hold the hands of mothers and child. And the developmental milestones are on time. When these things, the cuddling, like when you hug the child, when you do the cuddling, when you miss out these things, and there is a high chances are there, the developmental delay, sometimes the child may get an illness. Not only physical, it may be an emotional components also. So that's why wherever possible, you try to hug, cuddle your child. And no, don't hesitate, don't fear about anybody else. Do it with your child. It is for their wellness. And there are a lot of studies, we can find it in the internet also. And they insist the same thing. As we all know that we used to say that I'm depressed. I'm depressed. The depression is nothing but the decreased in the level of neurotransmitter of serotonin and dopamine. And these are the and oxytocin. These are the love hormones. Happy hormones or love hormones, you can name it anything. And when you are in love, these things will be more of when these neurotransmitters levels are decreased, the person will feel very low self-esteem and they may feel depressed. Yes. When you find out if you are in a love and relationship and when you found out these things are decreases and you feel depressed. Okay. And the next point is about not about one person feel about the love. And the studies which was conducted to connect the relationship between happiness and love. What they found that the people who are loving others are more happier than the people who are not in love. I think you all also, everyone will agree with me. And I would like to insist again, it's not only physical love. There are many components of it. We will uncover that thing by the different researchers. And in the beginning itself, I given one of the study, love highly correlated with psychological well-being and also for our health, long-term health. See, when an individual who can take care of the health, what they will do, they will go and do the exercise for the health. You can do love the people who are surrounding you, and your health will be increased, and your immune system also increased. There are another slide I'm going to let you know. And when you are in love, the people feel that they are emotionally connected. Sometimes they will say that, no, I'm not connected to the person. Generally, it will happen in the couples. When they are not connected with others, it is because they are not emotionally connected. Their love level comes down. They may not get the same kind of neurotransmitter. And earlier, as I said that, yes, love increases immunity level. It boosts your immunity level. And sometimes you can find out where you are getting energy. As I said, is a certain energy you will get when you are in love. When you hear about, when you see the person, when you listen the name of the person. Here are some of the techniques, some of the strategy I'm going to let you know. You can practice this thing in your day-to-day life to cultivate the love. Willing to be vulnerable, as he said, don't expect to be getting back what you are giving. That's the first thing. And willing to forgive is another important thing. I think many people who fail love, it is because they forgot to practice forgiveness. Whenever is possible, if you have done any mistake, ask them sorry and apology for the mistake. And let them know you are caring about them and listen them what they are saying and prioritizing the time which you have for them. And you say that I'm here for you only. And when they do something, the act of kindness, just reciprocate. When they do something, you can do reciprocate. Recognize and acknowledge that some good qualities in that person. If you have some things you can share with the other person, wherever possible, show your affection to the person. And finally, make it unconditional. Don't put it any condition. If you do these things, I will do that. With an unconditionally, it will be cultivated. And here, there are many people who have a confusion about the love and lust. Especially the adolescents have this like identity crisis. They have that crisis about they take it lust as unlove. For example, love at first sight. It's not a love, it's a lust. When you're jealous about the person and it is a lust. Okay. And here it will love is developed slowly. And you feel more secure. When the person is there, you feel more secure. And it gives, it will not take anything from that person. These were some of the comparisons you can get it. And there are a few more inputs are there. The commitment, the time, mutual trust, and acceptance will be there in love. But we cannot find the same thing in lust. Okay. Lust is generally dominated by sexual drive. Um, um, Initially, it is an actually when you ask me how the love developed, it starts from lust. We cannot say that all lust will lead to love, but it starts from the love. So we have to understand that sexual hormones are the main force for deciding the love and lust. And when the lust is fulfilled and they are satisfied and they felt it is ungood, and we can able to see they will be converted as unlove. Not all. Is underlined, not all. When they are satisfied, when they feel that it is a right one, and they will experience and they will practice love with that particular person. And here, there are, as I said, many classifications are there. I'm going to let you know only one classification by Sternberg. So if you want to know your love type, and you can take a test, I'll do share the link with you in the chat box. Then you can also check. Sternberg, three components, and he's the one in the year 1988. He suggested three main components. Any love had on the foundations of three: passion, intimacy, and commitment. Passion, intimacy, and commitment. When we have these things, and we can say the person is love. And sometimes we can find that some of the foundation may be missing. Sometimes we can find all the three may be present. Sometimes we can find out two may be present. The combination may vary. And we can name it, given the name for that, we can look at that name. Here you can find out that different types of love. When you have only intimacy, you say that liking, I'm liking the person. I like the person. And consummate love, the commitment, the intimacy, the passion, you can able to see all the three components. And compassionate love, you can find the missing in that passion. And infatuous in love, we can only find the passion alone. The empty love, what is empty love? There is a commitment. Okay, I'm a father and mother only. They are not a husband and wife. That is a commitment. In romantic love, intimacy and passion are the two components. And factious love, we can be able to find the commitment and passion. These were the classifications given by Sternberg. And there are a lot of classifications made by different people. But with that, I can stop here. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I try to give the answer for your question. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. I think I made an attempt to give on some inputs regarding that the love is a positive emotion from Barbara Fredrickson's side. And there are a lot of theories are there. We will discuss the theories in someday in coming days of this webinar series. And if you have any questions related to my presentation, you all welcome. Ananda, are you there? Any moderators? Veda? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, participants, any questions? You may also have a different perspective, or like you may have your own inputs also to contribute. So you can share that also.
My personal inputs.
Yeah.
See,
During,
when
Neelam, go ahead. Neelam, go ahead. Yeah. Initially, during loving period or courting period, or initially immediately after getting married, it's all dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin, aha. And then how come what happens after a couple of months or after a couple of years? Why is it so?
the empty love. Sir, as you said in the beginning, I have done a review when I'm collecting the classification done by different perspectives. One is about Sangam literature. Sangam literature, it is an Tamil literature where we can find out they made a lot of contribution for understanding that love. From men perspective, from women perspective, from social perspective, cultural perspective. And this was the thing that is very new to me when I'm reading it. And I'm not reading it in Tamil. That is another interesting fact. I have done a researcher who made an attempt in US and she studied Sangam literature in love. So they translated love and where only I studied. So they quoted many sources. This is one aspect. And another aspect is about in Roman philosophers. And they given classification of love. Classification of love from philosophical perspective, and they are not given any concrete evidence for that. And later we can find out that region-wise the classification of love also made. In for example, in Asia, Europe, and American, and they also they are, for example, when it comes to love, who is more strong in that? They will say that France. There is one perspective is already going on, and their perspective is about physical intimacy. And if it is an emotional intimacy and the commitment, if we can able to find certain kind of like commitment, we can able to find it from the practice itself. In Japan, they are having those components. And these were the learnings I had while I'm doing that reading. Not only these components, there are many other researchers. They count, some of them they said that only 5 classifications, only 5 types are there. And another person says that no, only 2 is there. And their commitment and they are criticizing one and another, and they try to prove their classification is right. But what I can say that we can take it all the things, but out of all the classification, I found this one, Sternberg's classification is an outstanding, because these things are the foundations for any kind of love. So I found that's why I given that one. Based on my subjective understanding, I presented you.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, Miss Neelam.
Ma'am, you are on mute. You have to unmute, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
You have very beautifully explained all that.
Yes.
But as a teacher, as a counselor, now I feel that modern generation does not understand the meaning of real love. This is what I feel in North India. I don't know about your part of the country. That is a problem because I see many girls. Sometimes I just once asked a girl in the university, how is it that, what do you say about, she was crying and I asked her, I could understand that she has some such problem, romantic problem, or that the way she was crying. I asked her, what happened? She said, my boyfriend has left me. So I said, if he has left you, it was your mutual understanding. If he doesn't understand, you leave. Such a person is not required. So in the same way, another girl told me, that is why I got 2 boyfriends. I said, why? If one ditches me, so I can get support from the other one. So that was very funny, making fun of love. I must say. The way you have given that, this is such a noble feeling. This is what you have described. And really it is like that. People of my generation used to think like that. People of your generation also think like that. But the younger generation who are studying in universities and colleges, they have this feeling that love is just pastime. They don't have any other friends, so they must have a boyfriend. That is the thing. So may I know about your part of the country where you are? What is your observation?
My observation, I think you discussed about that different periods. Yes, I too agree with you that I can say that it is only because of media impact.
Media
Media has a huge impact on youngsters.
and film also.
Yeah, I still remember when I was doing my school education, one of my uncle used to use me as an like a dove. I have to get a letter from him. I have to give to that his lover. I have done that thing, but he never spoke to her. I know that he never. They will be there in the very next street only, but they use me and they will exchange the papers only. But I know these things. But now it is when the technology come and everything come, it is totally different. There are many applications, other dating applications, love applications.
Yes, right.
I think we are going somewhere else. That the perspective and the transition is quickly. And for example, the divine love, they will say that they never met the person and they will spoke. They may heard about them and they will continue and they will feel that even the person is not there. But now it's like for example, in career we used to say that earlier the people join in a career and they will work for at least up to retirement. But now the people will join for one company for 7 years and another company for 5 years, another company for 3 years. The same thing happening in that love relationship also. And then that's why the number of divorce cases are more high. And they, in the name of the rights, equality, and it is coming up. But when we understand that what is the true meaning of the love by both genders, then only it will be the number of the breakup will come down. One person must forgive and forget. At least in that relationship, it will long lasting. Otherwise, it's very difficult.
Yes, sir, times are changing fast, and this is what the otherwise love used to be commitment, dedication,
Yes.
and real love, we can say. But now I think everything is just showing off.
True.
Showing off.
Showing up is the only thing is happening. It is because the media
And all that, they are just the example of all this.
yes.
Dedication, commitment, all these things used to be there. So the younger generation was sitting, what is their idea? So they're not speaking.
I think the topic is very little complicated for them, and they may have some idea when they feel uncomfortable to talk about such. It is because of our culture, we can say. They think that love was on sex, but actually it is not so. Yes.
Yes. Mr. Dumpala, any questions?
I think there are two
Yes.
ways we can take it. I used to say when the speaker is talking about something, two occasions we may not have any questions. One is about we don't understand anything, and second one is we know better than the speaker.
Why doesn't the younger generation take part in this debate, conversation? That would be better.
Yes, so the younger audience over here, please participate.
And what about you? You can.
So when everything is going fast, love is also coming faster, love is also going faster.
True. I totally agree. Like fast food.
Very well said, sir. Very well said.
It is misunderstanding about the term love.
Mr. Suresh, I'm going to add some input over here. As a counselor's perspective, you had mentioned about this. You had shown about this. The research study where children who are loved, they have a better well-being and emotional and physical. So I've seen this in my counseling experience and as a human being also, besides counselor, that is when the child has not experienced love, that kind of unconditional love when they're small babies or as a toddler. So there's a desperate need for love
Yes.
when they grow up. So in that desperation, they tend to go to the wrong places to look for love, thinking that it could be love, but it is not love. And they suffer from a lot of heartbreaks and pain, and then other ailments like physical or psychological ailments. And still, that concept of love, what exactly is unconditional love? What exactly is being authentic self is not that, because it was not established as a child. So like you said, media has a role to play. So the concept of love comes from movies. Like
Yes.
life imitates art. That's what they say. So they start imitating the movies and the things that are shown, like what a hero heroine does. So that concept of love is limited only to that,
Yes.
that it is a girlfriend thing, sexual thing.
Yeah.
And it's a sad thing, like we sometimes we are very quick to judge them, but it's very sad, that they also have this inner need to be loved. They're not able to express it and know exactly what it is, so they go in different directions all over the place.
Yes. And I'll give one example. When in a counseling, it is a very difficult task in front of the counselor is, and the parent come up with and saying that my child is in love and relationship. Can you help me to break the love? I say that even God cannot do that, because when you are in a love and relationship, when you find that that person is guilty, and if if anyone counselor say that yes, I can able to make a change, the person is lying. The person is lying, because when you are in love, I think all the hormones are in peak, and when the stimulus is there, even if they imagine about the partner, and they cannot listen to anybody else. That's why they will say love is blind. There are many parents are not able to, especially that our brain development attained at the age of 21. I think you all know that. Brain development, not a growth. And after 21, they can make a right decision. Before 21, I think as per legal components in India, 18 years is uneligible for a person to marry. But actually, brain is not developed fully. 21 is the age. I can say that based on that neuro psychology perspective. 21, after that, only they can able to make a right decision. And in that, between the 16 years when the hormones are, sexual hormones are done, nowadays, because of highly nutritious food is given by the parents, single or two children are in the family. And even 11 years, 12 years are like puberties are attained, and the hormones are making impact, and they feel that something they want to different media sources and different the relationship also cause they are the one they are caused for that decision making, wrong decision making. Say that. What we can do, I think media, the people want the money, they will portray these things continuously. We cannot have any role at all. For example, I cannot change the color of this bottle and I have to paint it, and it is not an original one. And the media, we cannot able to do. What we can do? We can create an awareness in the family, in the right age, in the school system itself. We have to make an what is love, what is lust, how we can differentiate. So there is a movie in Tamil, Vadivel, where he will find out fourth person they will do that. So there are many cases there, and we have facts. And the lawyers, they know very well. The lawyers are daily influenced by these kind of things, and they used to create a lot of story about that, what is going inside that. And it is very difficult to convince both the minors and parents also. Yes, it is in front of us. It is our duty to create an awareness. Only we can able to create an awareness. We cannot able to make a change the whole system. Just we are making some extent. We are pushing ourselves and make them to understand this is the reality. They have to accept. Stop here. I think we'll conclude. I think.
Yeah, it was a wonderful session, sir. I have a network issue, so I'm not
It's okay, I
interacting with you.
understand.
I think we need to teach teenagers first biological psychology, then general psychology.
That's why when earlier days we cannot able to find biopsychology or neuropsychology in the mandatory foundation papers. Now it is mandatory. Even they study the UG, we made it mandatory for PG also. Sometimes they may non-major psychology students they may enroll for the program. And they have to understand that what is going on. Love is not about heart. Love is brain. It's there here only.
In between the years.
Yes.
Man lives by his principles.
The question is, in Tamil they will say Kadal Kallakadal. Love and what is the other name, sir? Affair. Affair. They used to say that. Extramarital affair. And how can you say that my second one is an affair? It is your way to your perspective. As a third person, you can say that. I can say it is a love. And when you notice that there is no change in that the anatomy of the functions of both the components. That's why he said that there is a divine love or normal love. Everything is love only. You cannot put it in a different box. Love is love. And we are saying that ethically, logically, it is wrong. Who made an ethics? It is a lovely answer. I think he gave it in IIT somewhere else. And it is interesting. But when someone is coming for extramarital affair, for counseling, you have to deal with them the same thing. We are non-judgmental. If we talk with that family perspective, we will make a lot of mistakes. We'll blame them. How can you do that? You are not supposed to do that. It's not by her. It's by neurotransmitters. It's like if you given that stimulus, and it will not be done in other way. And these mechanisms we need to teach the people.
Legality is given by the government. Morality is given by the society. Ethics is given by yourself.
Yes.
Where do you stand? That's the question.
Yes. We may give a different name, but Love is love. Okay, there are a lot of pause in our session here.
Shall we add love for all? Then love is blind.
Yeah, we discussed now. Love is blind, definitely. When you love and
Yeah.
when you imagine that person, everything you forget. Even you will not feel that the basic drive that is called hunger. You will not have hunger by only on love. Love.
Love is blind, Gampa. Will anyone fall in love? People must raise in love and they must settle up. People fall in love, settle down.
Like a sea waves,
Yes,
ocean waves.
yes, yes.
Love was first sight, but tomorrow you have the second sight, no?
Yeah, it is like better analog. I can say that analogy we can. It is like a ocean. The waves come again and again, but it will never stop. It may be with your husband, it may be with your children, it may be yeah, non-living materials, whatever it may be. It's there.
Rise and fall.
I used to tell people in my training programs, love you, I love you is not 3 words.
Yes.
60 years I'm giving you a commitment that I'm going to live with you. If you really mean that, then they say that. If you cannot mean 60 years of ongoing relationship, don't say that.
Okay, ma'am. We'll conclude. I have to another appointment.
Very true, very true.
So, Dr. Suresh, on behalf of Deccan Positive Mental Health, I'd like to thank you for your time and this wonderful session on love. So, thank you so much. It's good to go back to the basics of love for all of us as human beings, as parents, as counselors, as brother, sister, husband, wife. And you mentioned the strategies, how we can practice love. Love is being your original self, your authentic self, loving someone unconditionally. It's so difficult, it's a real it's a real task because it requires different level of energy to love someone so much unconditionally and accept people for who they are. But you also mentioned very important point was, loving is basically looking for other person's well-being. Not only the feeling of you feeling loved, but also seeing other person's well-being. That is so important that normally we miss out on this thing, and you advised that all of us have to create this awareness among the students and the parents, because when parents understand how their family or their behavior, the environment affects the kids, they will understand the role of love in the family, because that's a basic unit of a society. So we won't have all these youngsters